Hey guys, just got done watching Tales from the Darkside Season 1, Episode 22, Grandma's Last Wish from the 16th of June 1985. And it was directed by Warner Shook and the writer was Jules Selbo. And it starred Jane Cannell, Kate McGregor-Stewart, Paul Avery, Kelly Wolfe and Gregory Itzin and Paul Sperera, who was the narrator. So basically, this is about the Rollins family. It would consist of May Rollins, Frank Rollins, husband and wife, Greta Rollins, their daughter, and Grandma, who's obviously, the mother of one of them. So basically, it shows that they're getting tired of the Grandma quite a bit because she's falling over, she's making mistakes. And to be honest with you, this episode shows a lot of what I'd call impatience towards the elderly. It's basically showing that people want to just throw the elderly in a home and they don't want to help them and they don't want to have to deal with them because they're too much of a nuisance. When really what you should feel is that they're part of your family and you only really have one real family, so you look after them. But anyway, so they take her to Humdinger Heaven, which is a retirement home. And she signs the consent. And they want to give her a last week of a really good week, so they ask her to grant a wish. Well, the wish she grants is a silent one, and it's basically that they feel the pain that she goes through, and how they feel what it's like to be elderly. So, as she seems to be getting better, being able to walk, being able to not be in pain, talk better, move more freely, and be like her old self, May, Frank, and Greta all seem to be having problems. Like, May seems to need a walking stick to walk. She starts not being able to hear properly. And Frank starts not being able to hear properly. And Greta starts being able to fall over instead of being able to jump all over the place. So they basically get worse and worse. There's a bit in it where May screams at her hands because she's got liver spots. Like old age hands. And she gets really upset, really down. And this whole time Grandma's watching, laughing kind of thing. And it's got that music to it, which reminded me a lot of the old black and white silent comedies, like the Buster Keaton ones. They had that kind of music to it. And I really enjoyed it. I thought the episode was great. It's just not the type of episode I expected. But the good thing is, at the end, Newton knocks on the door to pick Grandma up. And she goes, I think the rest of my family would like to go with me. And she takes them into the dining room, where they've all got really bad makeup on of being elderly people, basically. And it's a good it's a good episode when it comes to what people want to do, like find old people in a home, but the old person getting a wish and it kind of reversing back on them. It was a good episode in that aspect, but to me, it wasn't a horror episode. And I want to see more horror episodes. When you hear the first bit at the beginning of the intro about a place that's just as real but not so brightly lit, you expect something better. But that's that, I guess. But the episode overall was fairly decent. I felt like Jane Cannell was the highlight of it. Charming, wonderful, very kind of great to watch. But I found the others really over the top, and that was meant for the episode. But I think Jane Cannell was the winner with this, in the fact that she showed that her acting was great, especially at the end, having the laugh and having the last laugh on them, basically. So I enjoyed that. And there was nothing really else to this story other than the whole thing of how we should treat the elderly with more respect and we shouldn't just want to dump them in a home, but we should want to help them and be there for our family because family is important and how we don't understand where they're coming from. And it's true, we probably don't to a big extent because I think a lot of people don't really care because of society. But at the same time, I think it depends on what type of situation they're in. If an elderly person can, talk, can do whatever, do something, and they've got a life, then yeah, you should be there for them. But if they've got issues where they can't really cope and all this, I think that they should be in a home. What I mean by that is if they've got serious dementia or Alzheimer's and you can't be there with them all the time and they can't live with you, yeah, they should be in a home. But if they're okay and they can talk to you and they can do all sorts of different things, whether it's just talking or anything that means they're stable, basically, I think you should be there for them because they're still them and they're still your family and they can still offer a lot by talking to them. Yeah, they repeat the same old stories, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because you'll still enjoy them because it's a member of your family. So that's my view on that anyway. I know because I lived with my nan for years and she had problems. But yeah, wonderful. What good episode. But but not the type of episode I wanted to say, to be honest. So I liked it a lot, but I don't like it as a Tales from the Darkside episode. So I give it a 3.5 because, like I said, it was good, but to me, it shouldn't have been in the Tales from the Darkside. I'm sure there's people that disagree, but you know. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and as always, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks, guys. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.